I saw a post on the internet. A father bought his son a mask to protect him from the virus, if the virus comes to Turkey. And there's an interesting thing. The kid looks at the mask and it writes that it is made in China and Wuhan city. Very thoughtful father, huh? He gives son a mask which is made in the source of the virus to protect him from the virus. I hope we will never have to walk around with these masks in Turkey. There's no virus in our country, alhamdulillah. But there are some things that surprising me. As you know, China is a cruel country, very powerful. How much is their population? I think 1.4 billion population, and almost 700 million of them are atheists. I just can't understand. There are 700 million people that Allah does not like. They are torturing our brothers and sisters in East Turkestan with concentration camps. They're trying to make them assimilate to their culture and atheism. And then you start to think, how can we end this cruelty? Who has the power? Which country can end this cruelty in China? They are like undefeatable, indestructible. When these thoughts come to your mind, you're lucky if you realize that there's a real power, undefeatable one. Allah. In this virus event, it's like Allah says, it's quite easy for me. I can even do that with a little virus. China is a great economic power, but now they are even having problems with the products at their borders because of the virus danger. World's biggest trading country is having big problems because of a little virus. Lots of airline companies cancel their flights to China. People can't go to China and also they can't return from China. It's a huge economic recession right now. It seems impossible to us sometimes because this superpower looks indestructible. But when we look at history, the Pharaoh's palace was destructed the same way. He was the superpower of his own age, but it's almost the same way because Allah did it with ants. Allah destructed Pharaoh's palace with ants. Can you believe it? And today, with the virus, a virus threatening world's one of the biggest country, we are longing for world peace. But how are we gonna have it? World peace is only possible with the will of Allah. Allah can create a more powerful virus that can be end of the world. But of course, Allah puts limits to viruses. Otherwise, with a more powerful virus, there would be no alive people in the world. Just like in the zombie movies, the virus will spread to all the world and everything's gonna end. Bediüzzaman says, all your strength lies in sincerity and truth, not in technology, not in economy. All our power is coming from Allah. That's the source of all power. Yeah, we accept that being good in the technology field is very important, but still it's not more powerful than the will of Allah. Because if Allah does not let something happen, nothing can do anything about that thing. You have the power to rule the world, but Allah does not let you. It's over. Your technology, your economy and military, they can just save you. Can't you see that in the history there had been so many superpowers and now they are under the soil? So we have to please Allah with our deeds first. Think about a world with peace all around it. A world full of light of Islam. Allahu nurus samawati wal arz. And how is that going to happen? We ask ourselves. It's only possible with nothing but Allah's will. So when Allah wants something, that thing happens. Kun feyekun. How easy is it? It's infinitely easy, right? So we have to make Allah want it. But how does Allah want something? What are the parameters? When sincere prayers, du'as, increase, when people turn their faces towards Allah and towards eternity, Allah wants it. And if Allah wants it, nobody can stop Him. There's a famous quote, you are managed as how you are. So in the world, how we are. Do we deserve something super? Maybe not. Maybe we don't have sincere dua, sincere prayers. Just look how the world is right now. Earthquakes, viruses, wars. The world has truly seen better days when we look at the present day, right? Maybe just the world war was worse than this. But we can clearly see an increase in problems. If you look at today's world, there are lots of warnings of Allah. We witness lots of events nowadays. For example, earthquakes in Turkey and in other countries. Fire in Australia, which still continues. An unbelievable fire in Australia. More than 100 fires are still burning right now. So when I look at the world, I think we are probably doing awful things which don't please Allah. We bring His wrath upon ourselves. And since only the will of Allah can fix this, fix all of them, our prayers, our worships can be a reason to the world peace. If Allah wants, everything is easy. So what we conclude, Allah doesn't want right now. because we don't deserve it. It's infinitely easy for Allah. But think about it. People say that this whole universe doesn't have a creator. Prophets, they are all liars, Hasha. Now, in a place where there are so many insults to Allah and His religion, it's not that weird that they brought His wrath upon themselves. It's pretty normal. So, what will happen next? Will it continue to spread? Will it stop? Based on some scientific researches, they say that it won't last for too long. It will stop. And on the other hand, some say that it will spread more rapidly than before. They say that the statistics that you see in the news are not real. They're not real numbers. We don't know. But we understood the solution, right? What's the solution? Even if this virus stops, maybe there will be another virus. Remember the HIV virus? It's something like that. This stops and another one comes. So the only way to stop this is to please Allah with our deeds, being sincere Muslims. Let's look from another point. Why is this universe created? What do you think, Amir?
To know Allah and worship.
Yeah, we are just not created in this world to eat, drink, sleep and die. The reason why this universe is created is for the people to know the Lord of this universe. Or did we come to this world just live like an animal and die? It doesn't seem like we live according to our aim of existence, right? I mean, there's a huge spiritual emptiness in the whole world. If you don't understand why we came to this world, maybe Allah will speak in a way that we can understand, another way of speaking. May Allah protect us. This was the first message. Don't forget the second message. If Allah wishes to, He can destroy all the empires that you think indestructible in a few seconds. For example, Nemrut. You know Nemrut? How was his empire? He had a great empire, right? How does Allah kill him? With a disabled fly. Can you believe it? Disabled fly versus Nemrut and his empire. A disabled fly entered his body and Nemrut passed away. It's easy for Allah. And now Allah says to mankind, behave well. Using what? A tiny virus. You know how they say you can't find an atheist in a plane that is going to crash, right? These events, fears, all of them has an aim. They guide us, they guide people to Allah. I looked at some videos from China. People are walking with masks only. And someone left a meaningful comment under the post. He says to China, you tried to stop our sisters from wearing niqab, now you are wearing it. I'm not saying this is the only reason of the virus, but it's interesting. In Risale-i Nur Tefsir, there's a part about Dabbatul Arz. Remember the ayah, Surah An-Naml, and when the word is fulfilled concerning them, we shall bring forth a beast of the earth to speak unto them, because mankind had no faith in our revelations. This is the ayah about Dabbatul Arz. A beast is Dabba in Arabic. We shall bring forth a beast, a Dabba of the earth to speak unto them because mankind had not faith in our revelations. It's one of the signs of the doomsday or Qiyamah. I don't say that this virus is Dabbatul Arz. It's not certain. I can't give a certain statement about it. But Dabbatul Arz, it's probably a virus. What is Dabbatul Arz? It's a beast that will come in the Akhir Zaman, in the ending times. It can be a virus or an animal. There are so many commands about it. Some say that it's television, some say that it's internet, some say that it's a huge animal, and some say that it's going to be a virus to spread so rapidly because a huge animal can't spread around the world, so it should be a virus. If you remember, once there was HIV virus and people used to say that HIV virus is Dabba. We don't know. Can you believe it? 700 million atheists. Can you imagine? I just can't imagine. On a subject which is so obvious, the existence of Allah. You know, when you, for example, see this book, look at the letters. There's a symmetry on the letters. For example, this L and this L, there's a great symmetry, right? They're all the same. O.
So there are lines up and down.
Yeah.
This is symmetrical.
An atheist will not believe that this book is made by itself. But when he looks at the universe, which is greater, he believes that it's made by itself and there's no creator. I just can't understand this. I really can't understand how 700 million people just in China believe in this nonsense. Why shouldn't it summon the wrath of Allah? A beast will emerge from the earth and beseed and root them. This is a tafsir of Quran Risale-i Nur collection. Allah knows best. That beast is a species, for even if huge, a single creature could not be everywhere. That means there will be a truly terrible species of animal, perhaps as indicated by the verse, and when the word is fulfilled concerning them, we shall bring forth a beast to the earth to speak unto them, because mankind had not faith in our revelations. That creature will be a sort of termite called Dabbatul Arz, which will gnaw away at the bones of man as though they were wooden, establishing themselves in every part of their bodies, from their teeth to their fingernails. By making the creature speak on the question of belief, the verse indicates that through the blessings of belief and their avoiding vice and abuses, the believers will be saved from it. We are not sure what will Dabba is going to be, but it will be probably a virus from teeth to our fingernails. We are sure how we are going to protect ourselves. Remember the ayah, he says, and when the word is fulfilled concerning them, we shall bring forth a beast of the earth, a dabba of the earth, to speak unto them, because mankind has no faith in our revelations. Protection is faith. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا واخطأنا سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. So that's what it's all about. When you look at yourself, when you look at your madrasa towards eternity, maybe you think that your dawah workings is not that important. What are you doing here? Working to save people's eternal lives, huh? Making videos, sharing posts on social media, Instagram, Facebook, making lessons like this and answering questions, giving tea, coffee, cookies to the visitors, huh? How many lessons do we make each week? Maybe 30, maybe more than 30. So we make in a month more than 120 lessons, huh? But do you think that's all? I mean, when you watch the movies of Bruce Willis or Will Smith, you find them cool. He's saving the world, and you see the ending credits, you find them cool, huh? He saved the world, and Bruce Willis, Will Smith is just walking in slow motion and the movie ends. You are the man who saves both this world and the afterlives of men. He might be more charismatic than you. Maybe we don't shoot videos of you in super slow motion cameras. Maybe you are not as handsome as Will Smith. We are sure about it.
Yeah.
But in reality, you become more charismatic, a much more better hero who saves people from the worldly disasters like viruses, dabbas, natural disasters and earthquakes, and from the disasters of the afterlife. That's more important, I think. If you become a part of a dawah, Islamic dawah, don't forget, brother, sadaqah repels all illnesses and calamities, says our Prophet ﷺ. And these lectures, these Islamic dawah projects are all sadaqah, sadaqah-i maqbooleh. May Allah make all of us a Malcolm X, a Bediüzzaman, a Hassan al-Banna, or just shortly a dawah man, inshallah. We shall all become a dawah man, and we live as a dawah man, and we die as a dawah man, inshallah.